Donald Trump said,
issue though, because the media has been focused on this and attacking you. Under no circumstances you are promising America tonight you would never abuse power as retribution against anybody.
Except for day one. Except for day one.
Meaning?
I want to close the border and I want to drill.
That's not retribution.
I'm gonna be, you know, he keeps, I love this guy. He says, you're not going to be a dictator, are you? I said, no, other than day one. We're closing the border and we're drilling. After that, I'm not a dictator.
So that sounds to me like you're going back to the policies when you were president. All right.
Exactly.
Yes. And, you know, that clip right there was taken out of context. Big shout out to my guy, Benny Johnson. His short clip there. Also like him, Benny Johnson on YouTube. Yes, I'm glad to be with y'all today. You know, there's many other clips from Republican Rhino, R-I-N-O means Republican in name only, like Liz Cheney, daughter of former VP Dick Cheney. And, you know, they're very anti their own party policies because they're globalists, just like Bush. That's why Bush Jr. couldn't have had such a better person than Cheney himself. So in other words, having people like that, there's no difference between them or if Obama was in office or George Bush Jr. or Sr. because they're all the same. So anyways, you have some of these people like that, and then the Democrats that are going crazy about Trump being the dictator. They're trying to put this narrative and this crap in your head again, and like, oh, okay, he's going to be some type of dictator. And that's why Hannity at the town hall 2 or 3 days ago asked that question, because they are trying to raise that narrative about him being a dictator to put in people's heads because of what they have done to him, which was unconstitutional, even actually having presidential immunity by trying to prosecute him, which they left Trump alone, right? But then when he said he was running for office, oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and prosecute you. So they sent down the word to Biden. Biden sent down the word to Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland unleashed his dogs under him, and you know, sent the FBI to Mar-a-Lago, and you know, there you go, unprecedented. But when you deal with tyrants and people who are narcissists and act like authoritarians and just straight up tyrants, then they're gonna make bold power moves like this. Because I've always said this, and others have too, when you are dealing with people who are of a globalist mindset and collective, which have a mentality like that, they will literally burn this place down to hell and back before they let Trump back into power. In my opinion, did he win the last election? Of course. Even data and polls say he won all 50 states. But that's another topic for another day. The deal is that they know that they jacked up. And they know that if, and I would say only by the grace of God, if Trump got back into office for another term, they are fearing that they're going to be hung, that he's going to come at them with the power of his full authority to lock them up, to imprison them, to prosecute them because of what they done to him. And that's why he made a statement. He said, you know, paraphrasing, he said, I left it alone. In some of his different speeches, he said, I left it alone. You know, I wasn't going to lock up Hillary. I wasn't going to do none of that. I just let it be. But then after they tried to pull this mess on me, I said, you know what? All the gloves are off now. So now they see how in the polls he's destroying Biden. I mean, killing Biden. Democrats don't even want to vote for Biden. They're panicking, trying to find another person right now who can replace him. They're eyeing The Rock. They're eyeing Gavin Newsom. They're eyeing Michelle Obama. They're eyeing different people who would have some type of star power or pull or ability to stand against Trump, because they know the Republicans aren't even really moved by who they have. Krispy Kreme Christie, or, you know, some of these other clowns. Maybe Vivek, he has that, you know, that persona, and he seems kind of Trump-esque. But, you know, with Biden unleashing the FBI against different Catholics, persecuting and prosecuting Catholics, like the one gentleman who stood in front of a abortion clinic and had the wholesome altercation with somebody who was trying to intimidate him when he had his son there, and then they're trying to give him years for something that there was no crime. And then all of these times going after people for, I guess, January 6th, holding some still to this day held up, locked up, no court date, no nothing, no arraignment, anything, just have them locked up. And I think there's supposed to be a Supreme Court ruling that just came down or coming down on that whole issue too. Because I'm wondering, you know, with the way that, and see, the mainstream media is not telling you this, how he's, you know, Biden, via Obama, I believe, is ordering Merrick Garland to, you know, not only prosecute Trump, his political opposition. Heck, Biden didn't even want to give Secret Service to RFK Jr. because, who's a Democrat, because he doesn't stand with their full narrative. And maybe, you know, there was some type of assassination attempt on his life. Praise God, he's not dead, he's still alive. But I don't see how one man could control that. I mean, a president saying who can get Secret Service and who can't get Secret Service. That's like the wolf or the fox guarding the hen house. And so you have how the FBI is just, he's using the FBI, the Stasi FBI, going in there, the Gestapo, to try to arrest people. A black gentleman who was at January 6th recently got arrested by the DOJ, FBI, of course, on behalf, prosecuted by the DOJ for attending January 6th, when there was so many things going on in Washington for January 6th. There was praise and worship, there was prayer, there was all kind of things. There was some rallies, all kind of different things going on. But they're just trying to, and they've admitted themselves that they're going another 20-something thousand people. So in other words, if you looked at Biden's speech, the heart and soul of the nation speech, where he had the background, and the backgrounds that they put are very symbolic of the direction that they're going, where it was all dark, it was red, and then him clenching his hands together like this, both hands like this, just like Hitler did. They're showing you where direction they're trying to go. And so, you know, trying to putting Christians and Catholics and other groups on terrorist list that they have per the DHS. These guys are communists, Marxists, terrorist dictators. And a lot of the policies that they're doing, they're letting in all these people across the border unvetted. Because and the FBI director said, oh, well, we know that there's something coming. There's something about to happen here, a big terror attack. Of course, because they're allowing it. You know, they shut down, let me see if I can find it, you know, the Keystone Pipeline. And he pulled all of these moves, put us back in the Paris Accord, which was totally destroying us off of some fake green energy narrative. All of these different things surrendered our sovereignty to the WHO, World Health Organization, so that they can say and dictate if we should be on lockdown or not. And we're a sovereign country. We didn't elect the WHO. But yet you have Biden pulling this and so much more that you haven't even heard of. And the media doesn't say crap about it. But yet they are, good morning. But yet they are concerned about Trump. And that's the hypocrisy of the left.
Of the Republic. What do you mean?
He's told us what he will do. It's very easy to see the steps that he will take. people who say, well, if he's elected, it's not that dangerous because we have all of these checks and balances, don't fully understand the extent to which the Republicans in Congress today have been co-opted. One of the things that we see happening today is a sort of a sleepwalking into dictatorship in the United States.
They're in an absolute panic, gang. They see the writing on the wall, and you can be assured the likes of Liz Cheney don't give a rip about our republic. They only care about themselves and their own fledgling power. They don't care about you. I mean, Liz Cheney certainly didn't give a rip about you and your concerns and your values and your interests when she was part of that sham J6 kangaroo committee, and she sure as hell doesn't care about you now. This is all about her. Make no mistake, it's all about the ruling establishment and their very real fears that a second Trump term is going to be their final end. You're going to absolutely love this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve. As you can see, I'm...
So, yeah, you have Liz Cheney, and then you have MSNBC, all these channels, they're just going bananas because they're panicking. But again, if all else fails, burn it down. If all else fails, you know, hey, you used mail-in voter ballots before, delayed the election to see the results for, 3-4 days, so you can, you know, all tally in all these different votes out of nowhere. You know, bring in COVID, a new disease, so that you can justify having these mail-in voter ballots. You know, it worked last time. Why not use it again? Or why not have these different terrorist activities and these sleeper cells start having different terrorist attacks, so therefore we can declare martial law, shut it down, and postpone the election? You know, or go ahead and go through with the election, hope for the best, and if Trump wins, you know, paint it in people's mind now that there's going to be a civil war now, that as they're talking about too, creating another false narrative. So, yeah, don't fall for all the nonsense. Stay awake, not woke. Stay awake. All right.